The Isle 95.9.
It is time for show business. Ooh, Mom, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. We have a stellar guest in the house.
So you know how we are always all about business, economy, and development. We always talk about, we've talked about fiscal reforms. We've talked about, monetary conversations. We've talked about marine economy. Yes, we talk about marine economy. So every Friday we try to switch it up a little bit, because we try to turn up a little bit. So we have show business, where we talk about the creative business, the business side of entertainment, as we all know, or the creative sector, because they're not all entertainers. Are they all entertainers?
No. But there are many,
Creatives.
a lot of moving parts in the industry.
So that's why we have show business, where we look at the business side of the creative industry. And for a very long while now, we've been looking at the music side, because Afrobeats is taking Nigeria to another level. Okay, Afrobeats is placing Nigeria, the way K-pop is placing South Africa, on a certain level in the global stage.
Yeah.
The same way K-drama is placing South Korea on, on the global stage, one way or the other. Afrobeats is also taking Nigeria to another level. And we've been looking at it that, okay, let's see who are the people behind the scene of Afrobeats. And we'll be talking to a couple of music executives. So I think that should tell you that today we would also be spotlighting the business side of music.
That's right. And we have a stellar guest in the studio, a multidisciplinary creative executive and strategist with decades of experience, driving influence at the intersection of entertainment, storytelling, and community development. He's worked in talent management, brand development, film production, music supervision, strategic consulting, social impact leadership. He's an all-round man. He has put his feet in the fire, so he knows what it's all about. We have the absolutely amazing Mr. Lanre Lawal. Please, can I get a whoop?
You have to toot his own here.
Because sometimes, thank you so much.
When you started listening, I'm like, okay, that's a long list.
I buy the one.
It's kukui.
Is this me? No, but it is you, and I think it's very important that we, put that out there for people to know. Everybody, we hear the big names, we see the faces, we listen to their music, but the people behind the scenes, the producers, the managers, the road managers, the A&Rs, these people that also in the back end ensuring that, there's a lot more to just the arts that we listen to.
Yeah.
All right. And that's why we have with us this heavy hitter, in the building. A man who wears many hats, but somehow still finds time to refurbish libraries.
Yeah, so I honestly, I just found that out.
What is that about, Mr. Lawal? What's going on?
Yes, I have a love for reading.
Okay.
Yeah, I read a lot. I enjoy reading a lot. My home library is quite... Oh, I visited a friend yesterday, by the way. Sorry, I digress. It's fine. I did Bantu, because he moved to a new place, so I went to his house and I saw his library. I was like, damn. What?
Yeah, still learning.
Hey, boy, what is this? I've seen his library before at his former place, and due to a ship bigger space, I'm like, see library, and he said they had read 75% of the books.
That's amazing.
I was like, wow.
I love long this, because a lot of people just be like, Africans don't read. Yeah. Or they don't big and the people don't have it.
Exactly. People always say if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in the foot. So that's a horrible narrative that we must continue to dispel. But I think at this juncture, I would like to ask, how did you even get into being a voracious reader? And why is building and refurbishing libraries such a major thing for you?
Even I decided to do. Okay. Growing up, my father, my dad, my late dad was a reader, was a good reader. And I grew up in a one-room apartment with my siblings. So his library was under his mattress. So he kept so many books under his mattress. So I would go there, myself and my older brother, pick any of the books and read. So each time he sees us reading, there's this smile that he had. He's happy seeing us reading. And he'll just go buy a soft drink and be like, how are you already? So, that's sort of built, the interest in reading. And I used to be I still am a quiet, be on my own guy. So it's a reading that kind of take me, it gives me imagination and all of that. In fact, age 12, my older brother had written 2 books. My brother.
An author.
Yeah.
Wow.
At 12. He had really 2 novels, 2 stories. And I read them. I was like,
Fiction.
yes. No, I know. These are great. These are lovely books, So yeah, that's how we grew up. Grew up reading. So, and then of course,
Refurbishing libraries.
yeah, refurbished library. I understand that a lot of our students in public schools now, they don't have access to books because I didn't when I was younger as well. But we had a public library back then close to my school. Even though the library was just there were no books. So I decided that I was going to. I mean, I cannot buy textbook for each student.
Yes.
But if I refurbish their school library and make book available for them, at least they have access to it. And while I was doing it, I realized that these kids really they want to read.
Yeah.
They're interested in reading. I mean, a lot of these kids are writing me letters and I'm reading them. JSS2 student, Lokoile. You understand what I mean? So it kind of made me want to do more. So yeah.
Jamal, do you read? So you're carrying on the tradition. I hope you are.
He reads and he gets a gift after reading.
Just like you did. I love tradition.
This is what why tradition truly matters in this certain sense.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start with that name.
Yes, the consultant.
The consultants. Let's start with that. Where did it come from and what does it mean to you?
Okay, so it's one of my clients I actually gave back it up in me.
Oh,
Yeah, that one of those meetings just narrowly the consultants.
Wow.
In fact, my name, when each time I introduce myself, I say Lanre Lawal. I called the 2 names. It was actually back here also that made me fall in love with the name. Say, your name just sound like one Hollywood superstar. And I'm like, okay, it sounds nice, like Buja now. So, yeah, sort of. It was one of our meetings, and I like ideas, done giving ideas and all of that. So it's just the consultant. So it was a joke, but I kind of liked it.
so at this time you're consulting for music, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Creative business.
creative.
Generally.
Okay. So what pulled you? I don't even know now because it's more than music, right?
Yes.
So what pulled you into that creativity aspect, the music part? What was that point where you were like, okay, this is it. I'm gonna do this. This is my path. Then I'm gonna do.
To be sincere, I didn't even think it was going to be a career in the beginning.
Yeah.
I've always loved music. I've always wanted to, I've always enjoyed music, as a listener, as a, music listener.
Yeah.
And then, so there was a time in my life where I worked in a cyber cafe. You remember back then where
About to buy time.
you're by exactly. So I was a cyber cafe attendant. So I had access to internet then. So I had read, about managers, people behind the scenes, who, like the beautiful thing that we see, that people who actually make certain decisions, who make moves. I loved it, it felt like something I would enjoy at the time. So I started reading about it back when I worked at the cafe. Now, all those times, I didn't think it was a job. I just thought, I would have a job. I'll go to school, finish, have a job. I actually wanted to do what you're doing now. I wanted to be an OAP. I went to School of Journalism.
Oh wow.
I went to Nigeria. So I'd have a job, but now I'll do that on the side. That was what I thought. So in my journey, I met my boss, Ife Omorobe. At the time when Plantation Boys broke up, he was managing Swift, so he led a hand. So I started working with Ife. So he started paying me salary. I'm like, okay.
So this thing got paid.
And pay. So of course I left the job. I left the cafe job. Joined Ife. I worked for Now Music for about 4 or 5 years. I left Now Music in 2007.
So that's 4 years, 2003 to 2007, if I'm correct. I think I saw your bio.
Sure about okay. Yeah, so I left Now Music, started what I called at the time Black Dot Entertainment, which was where I worked as manager to Banky W, Goldie, consulted for Goldie, God rest her soul. A few other, people that like that.
And that's how this whole thing started.
Yeah, so that's when I realized, okay, this could be a job, this could be a career.
Okay. I see so many things that are still yet to come from the consultant.
That's right.
There's a lot still that we're still going to hear from him and learn from him as the conversation goes on. It is show business right here on The Isle 95.9. The Isle
95.9.
It's show business right here on The Isle 95.9. Thank you for sticking it out with us on this dial. Your home for business, economy, and development. Don't forget to follow us on our socials. On Facebook, The Isle 95.9 FM. On X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and the likes is The Isle 959. And now back to the consultant, Lanre Lawal, here with us in the studio.
How are you doing, my brother?
With a lot of big names attached to that name as well.
I mean, 4 years.
You just said big names. Thank God you won't just say that. Can I do a roll call of the big names? Please. I hope you'll not be embarrassed. I just want to do it. From a manager on. Yes, let's do it for him because he will not do it. So let's do it. From managing and consulting for top Nigerian music acts like Tubaba, okay, or Lamide,
Bado,
Adekunle Gold,
Coco Money,
Banky Tobli, yeah, Brimo, a rugged man, Terry Akpala, and these are just a few. So that we don't sit down here.
I understand. These are just a few. I mean, these are some of Africa's most recognized artists. If we put it that way, is it Bado who starts with, or Tubaba, the legend himself, or even Coco Money, Adekunle Gold, and even Rugged Man. Rugged Man, one of the pioneers of rap music in Nigeria.
I am blessed.
Yes. Yes, you are. Look at that. You know, we are right in front of the consultant. Maybe we'll get you to consult one or two things for us after this particular conversation. But before all of that, apparently you studied at NYU's Business of Entertainment program. That's amazing. That's a big deal. How did that experience change how you see the Nigerian creative space?
It made you realize how different, our industries are. Yes, it's the same music, it's the same everything. And it made you even understand why majority of our artists, music artists, are moving up, skimming. Why everybody, moves upward and all that. And it's kind of like a wake-up call to understanding and understanding what needs to be done here and getting my colleagues for us to fix ourselves, to fix our industry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, a lot of people once they just start getting the artists, they just move on and they just start managing them. But, the fact that you had to take out time to equip yourself and, do some self-development, personal development, that's it.
Okay, and how important is that to you, the self-development part? As somebody behind the scene, as a stakeholder who's helping to grow the music industry, manage artists, people think it's just I started. Why is the continuous learning important? Why would you say?
Because the industry itself is dynamic, right? So the things we did, how we manage, for instance, a good example, how we work with Tubaba.
And you were going to say that, yes.
It's quite different from
how you work with a new generation.
At the time when an artist is working, what I'm thinking is, how do I get a deal in Alaba? So now there is digital distribution. So how do I market? The marketing process is different. You understand? So if you don't learn, if you don't grow, you will be left.
Left behind.
Yes. Let's talk artist management for a bit. Every time I see I'm not gonna lie, myself inclusive, I see one of them, they're like, look at these guys, they're rubbing shoulders with all the celebrities.
I saw that pink classic.
The backstage, we're drinking champagne, having fun, red carpets. But what is? I know there will be some wahala when it comes to managing artists. What is the hardest part of managing an artist, especially that things that most people don't know and they won't see?
A lot of what we do, people don't see. Trust me. A lot of what we do as managers, people don't see that. A good example is I'll give you an example. A good example. I used to manage an artist where we have at least 3, 4, 5 gigs, our own production.
Yeah.
Right? Every year. At least 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, minimum 3 every year. And every time this artist goes on stage and has an amazing time, people will be like, this artist is so good. Oh boy, this and that. But the moment something happens, maybe the artist, even if it's just one tweet, even if it's just whatever, something negative about the artist, people will say, this artist management is not doing anything. His manager is not, So when it is good, you praise the artist. But when something negative happens,
it's the management.
I
feel like I know what you're talking about. But
it's general.
So this is general. I think I'm telling you this. Fair enough. Do you know ask me?
Because you know what, before came live, when we're having some conversation off air, you know how I talked about one artist that
Oh, yes, yeah.
I saw about one artist that Kate, and in my mind, this artist came and was his
manager.
And I was like, where's his manager? Like, how can you allow your artist go out for an interview? But like,
You forgetting that the artist is an adult. He's an adult. If he dresses up and you're telling him, guy, Alpha, he might look at you and be like, I don't understand. You don't tell us. We understand what I mean. Okay, I'll give you another example. There was an artist that it was built to pick up an award somewhere. I'm looking for a good way to not, because I don't want to. The artist is, is supposed to pick up an award somewhere outside of the country, in another West African country. And we had agreed to go. We had an agreement about time where we meet up. So I was at the pickup space with the driver and we were waiting. In fact, it was a TVSA.
okay,
So I was there waiting 7 a.m. Now, the night before, I had a meeting that I was up till like 4 a.m. But I had to be here at 7 a.m. So I was there at 7 a.m. and I was calling this artist. Called. This guy didn't pick up. When he finally picked up at 9 a.m., he said, Baba, I know they go in Nigeria.
They will.
Do you understand?
just like that.
And I said, okay. I tried to be calm, like, okay. But what's happened? Why? Anything happened? And then he went off. I changed my mind. I don't get right to change my mind again. Now, I had to go back and explain to these people. They've spent money. They've arranged press. Of course, I had to go back and explain to them. That is what we do as managers. You have to do that control.
Now that you mentioned this, I remember one of the music execs we had talked about the fact that the whole business is way beyond talents. Attitude is also very, very important. So before you decide to work with an artist, or before you decide to say, okay, I'm willing to go on this journey with you, do you consider that, or what are the things you consider before you?
The whoever you want to work with has to understand that. First, it's business. Yeah, you're talented, yes. And talent just is like, it doesn't even begin to lay the foundation.
Someone said it's just 20% of the.
Yeah, well, that was a kid.
Probably less than 20%.
Anyway.
Imagine.
So talent is, everybody's talented. If we step up now, trust me, we'll find singers. They might not be able to write, but we'll find writers. They'll write for them and sing. So many superstars that probably only have good voice. They don't write their own songs.
Right.
They don't have their own songs. So we get to sit down and listen to you. Mostly that's what I do. I listen to you. That will give you an idea of where your mind's, what you're thinking. Do you have a long-term plan? Do you just want to blow? Because I don't work with artists, I just want to blow. You understand what I do? So all of that, determines who I work with.
I'm sure you'll grow past the phase of, well, I have this money, let come and manage me. Come on.
Don't say.
Otherwise, just enter studio, just do 1 minute 53 seconds song, and they just want to. Please call me. Somebody call. Darila.
Call him that. Doesn't work like that. So you have to have a long plan. If you're out there and you want to work with the consultant himself, you have to have a real passion and plan for this. But you also have a company called the Bill Entertainment. Am I right?
Yeah, that's different.
And that's the management. Is it that company that produced Organized Chaos?
Yeah. Okay. So let me break it down. Okay. So the Bill Entertainment Company is the main company, is the management company.
Okay.
Then I have a company called Clockwise Enterprise.
Yeah.
So now under Clockwise Enterprises, Clockwise Distribution that handles distribution. There's Clockwise Events. So that produce all the events that we do. So Organized Chaos is a brand on the.
Okay. So the mother company is the Bill Entertainment.
Yeah. So that's the big one.
Oh, okay.
So Organized Chaos. Now, a lot of people talk about it. There are a lot of fans. A lot of people respect it. What was the whole? What's the story?
Chaos.
Yeah, they respected the chaos and how organized it was. So, what's the story behind the project? Yeah.
I actually started the name came spontaneous. It was a spontaneous decision. Yeah. So it was one afternoon in my kitchen. Actually, Brian, myself, and another friend Uche, we were in my kitchen. I was cooking bees. This was 2015, 2016 there. And I just looked at Brian and said, "Mook, we do show now. Mook, we call them organized chaos." And then we laugh.
Just like that.
Yeah. We were just looking at the, organized chaos, and we laughed. It was funny. And then I continued. Then my mom said, black, because they called me black. I said, this thing when you talk, we do them now. Let's do it. And I said, yeah, let's do it. Independence Day, October 1st, da. And that was it. So we had that conversation. Then that same day after eating, I just said, Omo, I want to make this move. So I came to Freedom Park, booked the Freedom Park for the October 1st year. And then we organized the first one. So the idea of organized chaos was to do a concept where there are no seats, everybody's standing. You like a festival feel. Everybody's standing and there's a great live performance going on. Everybody's standing, having fun. And the main aspect for I remember the first one was 2K, 2000 flat rate, no VIP, nothing. Everybody just coming, and enjoy themselves. And we started 2016. And it grew from Freedom Park, and then we moved to Landmark. The last one we did was at Landmark. 9,000 people. Wow.
See how this thing started very humbly. At house, we cannot even access this.
Now we. Man.
So part of the program we have now, where do we go to? Where do we have? What's going to give us that energy? So I'm considering coming back to Freedom. I was on a date recently, actually with a friend. Isn't Brian? Freedom Park, and I'm like, okay, we can still bring history there. So most likely, we come back to
That's I'm so happy because that's very
excited. That's very close to us, yeah. And then we can, do some things together as well.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, that you
gonna help you.
but is it good that you said this? What does it take to actually put together an event? Because you just said I went to go and book Freedom Park. What else are the other logistics?
Oh, there's a lot in it.
Make sure show, bro.
First of all, the venue. So one of the issues that our industry has is venue, performance venues. There are no places. That's why you see all our artists, selling out venues outside the country, but they can't come back because there are no locations, there are no venues, there are no hubs, no places to.
So what about all those other ones in the hotels across the
That's how concert places now. The only place I can even talk about, apart from Terra Culture, which cannot take more than 700 people. The next place we'll talk about is Motion Center, that is built for performances.
Yes.
And
it's also limited capacity.
And it's even expensive.
Oh, wow.
But the hotels, what I'm talking about.
So that's why you went to the beaches.
Yeah, for outdoor. If you want indoor, there are no indoors. The hotel, what I'm talking about. It's actually proper musician will not want to perform in that hotel. You know why? Because it's built for Owambe. It's not built for concert.
Not for concert. Maybe comedy shows and all that.
But for proper musician that wants to perform, if you really want to do it, you have to pad it.
Yes.
Well, so it will cost you more. So even book is you're paying about 10 million naira to book the space alone. To now bring in, and this place we tell you that you cannot bring in your equipment. You have to hire from them, which is expensive. You understand that it's not cheap to produce concerts in this country. At all.
Interesting.
That's just so we'll come back to concerts and festivals because we had a conversation with AK Streets and he mentioned the fact that
Is that my guy?
he mentioned the fact that festivals are something. Oh no, that okay. Actually, that was the other guy. But they mentioned the fact that festivals and concerts are something that we need to look, at options that we need to look at as regards here in this country. And then you've talked about venue. We have a couple of stadiums in the country as well. Why can't those be explored? So these are the opportunities that we're looking at. And then I'm also going to come back to, when Bill Entertainment is going to go into maybe comedy.
What next?
So there's a lot.
The Isle 95.9.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Ambalo, the head of news on the Isle on 95.9 FM. If you love what you just watched, do like, comment, subscribe, and engage with the channel.